Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome back. Jamie here today with Dylan. AEW Collision July the 22nd, 2023. Coming off of Blood and Guts on Wednesday. And tonight we got a few things announced throughout the day. Tony started announcing them. But last night it was looking bleak. We only had one match and I was like, shit, how the fuck are we going to do this stream? But thankfully we got more stuff to talk about now. Thankfully.
I often wonder how we're going to do these streams sometimes because Tony doesn't announce things until literally the minute we start streaming.
Yeah, he's probably announcing more stuff. Who knows? But tonight we got, what, 1, 2, 3. 3 matches announced. 3 matches and 2 segments, so not bad. We'll talk about last week's Collision again, and we'll talk about the ratings as well later on. But first, we'll do predictions as well. And of course, you know, we got to say every goddamn week. Allin's coming up, and last night Darby Allin wins the Raw Rampage for All Out. So literally, they're already fucking building for All Out instead of. It's so stupid. Like, what the fuck are they doing?
No, like Darby's got like Jamie. This is your first big show in in international waters. You know what I mean? I don't count.
Yeah, because Canada's
overseas.
right next to
yeah,
America,
overseas. Okay.
Yeah.
Who are you gonna have there? You're gonna have your big guys. You're gonna have your big talent, aren't you? So who's that?
Oh,
CM Punk, John Moxley, Kenny Omega, Darby Allin, MJF,
Adam Cole,
Adam Cole,
FTR, the Acclaimed,
the Guns, like I don't know who else I'm missing realistically. Like Daniel Bryan,
probably a few more.
Bryan, if he wasn't fucking injured and being an idiot.
Same with Jamie Hayter as well.
Jamie Hayter, the Britt Breaker, like Hikaru Shida, I'd put on that list, but that's just my own personal favourite.
Yeah, but we're throwing all these names up, but it's like, who are they going to face? Like, what's the matches? That's
what I'm saying. Like,
it?
you've got all this talent, and you're like, why are you not? Why is it such a secret who's coming on? What you're doing? Why?
I know. Next week it'll be a month away. 4 weeks away. And it's
literally,
like,
I think, will it not be like next Wednesday?
No. Yeah, next Wednesday will be the 20. Well, it's the 22nd now, isn't it? So yeah, next Wednesday will be 4 weeks. A month away. Yeah.
If he's not announced on next Wednesday, then he's not announced stuff until like the week before.
Yeah, which is ridiculous. Especially if they want to sell it out, you'd think they would start announcing matches and push more ticket sales. But
I get the idea. Yeah, you sold it out. You've not announced a single match, but you sold it because we're all ready. We're like, all right, let's get this now. Let's get this now. You know what I mean? We don't know if this is gonna sell out because we both assume like, oh, we're gonna get it now before it sells out, and because the matches will start being announced straight away. But
that's what he assumes, but nope.
yeah, Forbidden Door. He had what other pay per view he had? He had his whole Canada tour.
Yeah, as well.
Blood and Guts.
The tournaments.
Battle of the Belts. He's got like he had 3 shows within running straight. You know what I mean? From Rampage, Collision to Battle of the Belts within like 2 days.
Yeah. Even just look at this week. We had Wednesday Dynamite, and obviously they take Rampage right after it. And then last night was the Ring of Honor pay-per-view, and now tonight's Collision. And it's like, fucking hell, man. Like, you got all this stuff you're booking, but yet you can't build towards the pay-per-view that's coming up.
Like, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do when it happens? Like,
I'm afraid it's just all gonna be like tag matches and non-story matches, and then they're just gonna save everything for the week later. That's what I think is gonna happen.
That is just gonna kill the momentum in the UK. Like, I am not gonna.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna want to go to another show after that.
I'm gonna fucking complain about it. I'm gonna walk around that arena. I'm gonna shout, Tony, Snowman.
Got some snow here.
I'll be like, you know what I mean? Trying to give the hint. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, Tony. Like,
yeah, I mean, they've sold what 70,000 already, and apparently they've set it up for 89,000 because you got the stage and everything and all that. So if they want to move another 19,000 tickets, they're gonna have to start announcing something.
I know, like with how many they've sold, what's 19,000 realistic?
Well, that's the issue, innit? It seemed like I feel like everyone who's bought it now was already gonna buy it anyway. Yeah.
But I also think 19,000 is what they're looking to get on a normal Dynamite show.
Or even if they're lucky, most time they're looking to get over 10,000, really.
You know what I mean? It's like I think they're happy with the numbers they got, and he's just gonna throw something together last minute.
True. I mean, the numbers they've done is great. Don't get me 70,000 is amazing for no matches announced, but
yeah, it's like what are you building for All In for then All Out? Because you've got a week in between. Why would you do that to yourself? Why would you do
exactly? I don't understand why.
Like, and I get the name concept, like, oh yeah, I'll do All In and I'll do All Out. Like, yeah, do that, but do All Out next month, maybe.
I know what it is. It's because you don't like changing plans, and All Out has always been the start of September, hasn't it? Or is it Labor Day or whatever they call it in America?
I don't know.
So
You're not supposed to wear like Labor Day.
Yeah, but that's what he's doing. It. He hates changing plans. So he's like, well, All Out's been this for the last 3 years. I've got to do it again. So we'll just do it a week later after Wembley. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but he knew that before he booked Wembley.
Well, maybe that was the only date he could get for Wembley. That was the only available, date or whatever. Because I'm guessing Wembley's obviously, a lot of stuff goes on there.
Honestly, I wouldn't have done a pay-per-view here first. I would have done I would have done a tour.
Yeah, he should have done a tour, yeah.
It would have done a tour.
Well, actually, I can see both ways looking at it, because the first show is always going to be the biggest, isn't it? But
yeah,
at the same time,
if he's doing a tour, like he's giving more people the opportunity to come and see, like what's the normal arena they go to in London WWE? Like one of the small
the capacity?
Yeah, like
12,000, 13,000 or whatever.
So they do 12,000. They do 2 shows in London, 12,000. They do, let's say 12,000 is the average. They do about 4 or 5 shows. They're not reaching the same numbers they would in Wembley. Realistically, they'd have to do more shows. They have to do a longer tour in the UK.
But that's the issue with the small, like WWE, for example. It's 12,000 people, but the tickets are more pricier, aren't they?
Yeah.
So.
Well, you assume they'd be cheaper, realistically.
Yeah, you assume, but that's the issue with WWE. It's like the prices are expensive, like fucking hell.
Like obviously, like I'd assume, like for like a pay-per-view, prices would be vastly different. Like the cheaper they are, the higher you are, the less you're gonna see. You know what I mean? Whereas in like a smaller arena, it's like realistically, you're not getting any different. You know what I mean?
True. Yeah. Don't start, Quincy.
Like, I would understand like the front row stuff would be like the priciest ones, no matter what show kind of it is. But I know.
But like you said, the further you go up, it should be cheaper.
We're a month away, and I don't know what's going on.
No, neither do I.
Well, obviously I don't know, but I don't think Tony knows.
No, I'm surprised the talent doesn't know either. Because, like, what the fuck?
Maybe that's the issue. Maybe he doesn't want people to know because of all the fucking leaking.
Yeah, but he's best friends with Dave Meltzer. Did you hear about that story? Dave Meltzer texted him last week, was it, before Battle of the Belts or during it was going on or whatever. He's like, oh, you should show a replay of that women's match because it cut out then at the feed. So he's literally texting the owner of the company during the show, giving him advice. And he says Ariel Harwan is a biased journalist or whatever. Yet you've got fucking Dave Meltzer texting you during your show and telling you what to do.
I'm pretty sure, Thingy Awani hasn't got fucking Triple H or Vince McMahon.
Yeah, he's like texting Vince like, oh, Vince, you should do this during the fucking show.
Whoever, you know what I mean, texting him halfway through a show. No, you got Dave doing it. But I knew Dave before I even started this company. Like, yeah, but the point still stands.
Yeah, exactly. Point still stands. Just because you gave him money growing up because you subscribed to his newsletter or whatever, it's like, fucking hell, Jesus. But anyway, let's get into these matches. I'm
surprised you gave him some good advice.
True, yeah. I'm surprised you listened to it because some people in that company don't listen, so...
You know what I mean? Like, I guess I've run clocks twice, right, twice a week.
I mean, what he's saying was right, like, the feed cut out in the match, so they should have showed a replay, but I thought that'd be obvious. Like, wouldn't you be thinking, Tony Khan, you'd be like, oh, no one saw the match, maybe I should show him what happened. You don't need Dave Meltzer to tell you that.
Well, the women's match, that's the issue.
Yeah, but
I do think Tony might be a bit sexist.
Oh yeah, just look at the show. Like, even tonight, it's the same thing again. 1 woman's match per show. And then you got Paul Dillard. This is the best part. Wheeler Useless did an interview, right? I seen the quote. He said, yeah, we could definitely do an all-women's pay-per-view. And I read that and I was like, are you fucking serious? You can't even get more than 1 match per week and you think you can fill out full pay-per-view?
I don't think this man understands. Women's wrestling is a very, like, it's a lot better than it used to be, but it's still a very niche thing. And it's very niche because Tony Khan doesn't promote it well enough. I'll give it its attention. So it sticks to this niche thing of like me and you like it because A, the story's there, B, the wrestling's great, and C, the women are fantastic. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but yet Tony can't allow more than 1 match per show or 1 story per show, really. Like, yeah. I just don't understand it. Like, what the fuck?
It's not like...
And to think you can fill a full pay-per-view. How the fuck's he gonna do that?
Especially with the fact that he likes to have 12 matches per pay-per-view.
Exactly. Does he even have the roster for that? I don't think he does.
Does he have 24 women? Let's just say it's all single matches. Does he have 24 women to do that?
No, I mean maybe, but I
Maybe
don't
you
know.
bring out a few jobbers in the local area, probably.
Yeah, I guess, but Jesus Christ.
But then it's like, well, this match should be a squash. This match should be what on the 20-minute classics.
Huh?
But yeah, someone like Jade Storm say like, oh, like to be out of the old wrestling bubble. Like, bitch,
Oh,
please.
yeah, we may as well just talk about it now. What was she? Did you listen to the Cornet video? Because I wasn't
Yeah, I
aware of
did.
it
Yeah,
until then. So
see,
someone was there was people tweeting at her being fans, weren't they? Like, oh, I'm a fan of your work, but AEW did like help your status or whatever, your promotion or whatever, and it's
What?
like,
Again, I have to iterate what Jim Cornette said. Like, what was she before this?
what was she, a fitness or something? I read online that she was doing fitness and she's married to a basketball player.
Like, I don't know who she is or what she was. All
No.
I know is like she showed up at like a tryout because someone said she'd be good at it or whatever. If I remember what.
A WWE tryout.
I thought it was an AEW one as well.
No, it was WWE and then AEW, and she was like, "Oh, I'm the reason why Shaq got brought in. Shaq only wanted to work with me and all this." And it's like,
Well, yeah, okay, but that wasn't that was a shit thing. That was
yeah,
that was a bad story.
that was a really bad thing. Yeah.
Like, what does Shaq have to do with wrestling? You know what I mean?
The funny thing to me was like people were tweeting at her as fans, like, "Oh, I'm a fan of your work," and then she's replying like this. I'm like, "What the fuck? Why are you treating
she's
fans like that?"
She's like, yeah, but you're a fan of like. She's like, oh, all the fans that knew, like, don't like. No one was cheering you when you first showed up. I
No.
might be remembering it wrong. Don't get me wrong.
No one knew who she was when she first showed up. It was like, "Oh, this woman looks like a star." And it's like, "Oh, she's got the look and everything."
She was treated like one to a degree. But I don't know what happened backstage. She probably was fucked about backstage, knowing the situation. So to be honest, if this is how she feels, and this is one of the people that they gave her what, like a 60 win streak, undefeated.
Yeah, literally, and she's
With a
lost once,
title.
and now she's just gone and
And now she's gone. If that's how she feels, and we saw her treated like that, like, how does she get treated backstage to make her feel like that? Like, I don't think she's a diva. You know what I mean? I don't think she's like that in real life. You know what I mean? She isn't leaving over something small. It must be something really, really big, in my opinion.
Well, let's give it a benefit. Let's just say she's in kayfabe on Twitter, and she's just like, a storyline is, oh, she's too big for AEW right now, but she'll be back. Then fair enough. But if this is her being like, she lost once and her ego's too bruised, then she's like, no,
that's what I'm saying.
now.
I don't think it is that. I think it is like something's backstage is going wrong, and she's like, I'm done with it. Because
maybe. But what would it be though? What could have gone wrong?
I know, but like, think about how much shit happens in AEW backstage. I'm just amazed it hasn't leaked yet.
Yeah, fair point. Yeah.
Even if it was something small, like, I'm surprised like it hasn't leaked. Unless Tony Khan doesn't even know. Like, I can assume Tony Khan's oblivious to her feelings.
True.
Because
I hope it's not that. I hope she didn't get her ego bruised because she lost one match and she's like, oh, that's it. I don't want to do it anymore.
I don't think she's like that. Like, I don't know.
No, I don't think she's either. But I mean, then again,
I benefit of the doubt. I just don't believe that would be it.
If we never see her again, that might have been it. But if she turns back up, then I said for ages she should have gone to WWE. They would have been able to. By now, she'd be fucking way improved. She'd be probably on the main roster by now.
She'd be competing with Charlotte Flair. I'm telling you now, she would have one of probably the best feuds with Charlotte Flair.
Probably, yeah.
They're both built very much similar. Well, Jade's a lot, physically more empowering, but like the height, the ego, the way they carry themselves.
But even just working with Charlotte would help her because Charlotte's been there for 10 years now. She's got experience.
Let's not forget about her namesake.
Yeah, even without namesake, like I'm saying, she's been there 10 years. She's been around the block. She knows what she's doing.
Yeah,
so.
but like the fact her father was Ric Flair. She was around wrestling. She was around some legends. She's picked up a hell of a lot more than most. But yeah, I just it's not like I even care about Jade Cargill. It's like, if this is how you treat if this is how she's reacting, then it must say something. I honestly think it says something more about the company than it does about her, realistically.
It could do, because
like,
for all we've heard backstage, there's no fucking like structure to it, really, is there? Yeah. It's just
like I don't remember many stories about her interaction with fans like coming out in a negative way or at all, realistically.
True. That's why my first thought was she's just in kayfabe on Twitter. She's just, being
an
arrogant person.
I doubt that. I doubt she even knows what kayfabe is to be in it.
Well, maybe not. But
think about that. That's like an inside wrestling term, and she's clearly come in.
Yeah, but if she was tweeting all positive, being like, "Oh yeah, AEW did wonders for me. I'll be back soon," then you'd be like, "Whoa, wait a minute. This isn't the Jade we saw on TV." So maybe that's why,
Yeah, but again, like I don't think she knows kayfabe at all in either circumstances, because That's a pretty like I would say it's an insider term, but it's a relic. It's no longer what's the word now? No longer like
No, it still exists. I just don't know if they call it kayfabe anymore. But obviously,
yeah,
like,
but
being
the
inside
idea,
your character, you know, being in a
I think
role.
it's so obsolete in a sense because of the internet. You know what I mean? It's like how could you be like hats off to MJF? You know, like he's able to keep going. Like
Yeah,
how
true.
many?
Oh, do you mean I'm talking about on camera? You just mean when they're not on camera, like on
Yeah, it's
social
like
media and whatever.
yeah, it's like with Gene Carter. Like I don't think it's real. I don't think she knows it to do it. You know what I mean? Like it's such a thing
But you
that no
think she's
one
just
does
being
it.
herself? She's just being
Yeah, yeah,
herself. Right?
because no one does it really
Well,
except
she's
for
being herself.
MJF.
That's what I mean. I feel like she's coming kind of across as a bitch a little bit because these people being
Yeah, but
fans, like, I'm a fan of your work,
I've
and
seen
she's
like
just
she's so
insulting them.
burnt. She's burnt by AEW for her to treat them like that. Like I'm giving the benefit of doubt because of how shitty it seems stuff comes from AEW. You
True.
know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you look back at all the stuff that's come out. You know what I mean? Look at Malachi Black when his stuff was leaking.
On the Rosa.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like I wouldn't be surprised if these people were turning sour at fans.
Yeah. True.
It's probably some of the fans that are causing a lot of issues, man. Like I know
Oh
it wasn't
yeah,
a fan that
exactly.
attacked on Callis, but the fact that that was so easily
No.
believable.
But yeah, and the guy who works with Dave Meltzer reported it as a fan. That's how the story got out because he reported it's
Well,
like,
you know
a
what?
fan
To be
attacked
fair,
on Gallus.
he could have been a sucker and a fan at the same time.
Yeah, but he has the connections though. That's what I'm saying. They have the obviously inside connection with AEW. They could have just text someone and be like, "Who attacked Don?" and he would have found out straight away. But instead, they're like, "Oh,
not even that. You've seen the footage. You could clearly tell it's a photographer."
yeah, exactly, yeah." But they just spin it. That's what I mean. They always do it. It's stupid.
For me, it's like they caught it from someone who was there and couldn't see who it was. He's like, "Oh, a fan attacked on Callis from what I could see. You know, who was in the arena."
Yeah, that would have been like someone else's report, but he's have inside.
Yeah, but
they could have literally probably texted Don Callis himself and said like what happened. But instead of doing that,
they could have texted the Young Bucks. The Young Bucks could have texted Kenny. Kenny could have texted Don Callis, and Don Callis would have said, "I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Is this a rib?"
yeah, but that's what journalists are supposed to do, aren't they? And reporters, you know, investigate the story.
That's what journalists.
Yeah,
Unbiased
exactly.
journalists.
Unbiased journalists, exactly. It's just
A
and
lot
I'm
like,
sick of,
a lot
you
like
know
Tony
what?
Schiavone.
I'm sick of going on Twitter and then people are like, "Oh, AEW's a few star matches away from beating WWE," and it's like you're just talking about Dave Meltzer's opinion. What the? Why? They don't say Dave Meltzer's opinion. It's just they make it like it's fact.
Like the bizarre thing because I don't think many people nowadays refer to like, oh, you know, such a person is like 2 Oscars away from beating, you know, someone else to become the greatest actor of all time. Like no one says that. Like people used to say it back in the day, but no one says that anymore because they realize these awards, these people who pick whoever wins, are completely pointless because it's not done by any sort of majority vote by people.
If you were going to do that, you may as well go off like box office or something. You know what I mean? Instead of Oscar wins.
They're a long way from like competing with it with WWE in terms of that.
Exactly. That's what I mean. So these fans be like, "Oh well, look, AEW are going to win in this little fucking metric over here. Dave Meltzer's 5-star ratings."
It's like saying WWE are winning in my figure collection because I have more.
Yeah, but fucking, you look at every other metric: money, merchandise, ratings, everything. What else is AEW beating them on? They're just beating them on one guy's opinion. That's it. That's it.
That's it. It's stupid.
It's so stupid.
It doesn't mean anything. Like, what is he like?
It's just one guy's opinion. It's like being like, I don't know any famous reviewers, but was that Eber and I don't know what the two were called. Yeah,
I know what they're called. Yeah, they're in that fucking Bloodhound Gang song.
But it's like taking their opinion as fact, and it's like, well, they don't like the movie, then we don't like it. And it's like, but you should decide for yourself. Like,
yeah, but like they were clearly giving their view and opinion. You know what I mean?
It's their view. Exactly, that's what I mean. But these people treat Dave Meltzer like he's the god of wrestling. Like if he says it's a 5-star, then it is. And you disagree.
Don't say that because they'll be like, no, that's Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega's
that's Kenny Omega. Oh yeah, Kenny Omega's the god.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, who used to say that? Was it Don Callis that used to say that about Kenny?
Yeah, the god of professional wrestling.
Yeah, so you know, maybe you might not want to hear that anymore. How should Don Callis say? No, it's stupid.
But anyway, let's get into the match card because we still haven't got into it yet.
We killed 16 minutes.
This might be the main event tonight because they're promoting it as the biggest match on the card, you know, promotion or whatever. But we got House of Black versus the Acclaimed for the Trios Championships. And I'm hoping this is the night that, because we've been saying it for a while, the Acclaimed should win these belts. So.
Yeah, but I feel like the story should have been built.
Well, yeah, because Andrade's more got the story of House of Black right now, isn't it?
I understand if this is the way to go. This is the way to go with this match. if it goes, they're having a match, Andrade comes out, distracts, takes Julia Hart, does whatever to cause House of Black to get distracted, roll up, Acclaimed win. They get the titles, but continues to feud with House of Black, or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Andrade has to interrupt. Like, the idea of like the Acclaimed beating them clean is a little like they've got Billy Gunn. He's great in ring. He looks good, but it's still a little out there for them to have him being there. Unless they lose and this builds up to like them facing them at All In. Then like, what are you doing with Andrade? You're gonna keep having like this two feuds between like, you know, the Acclaimed, you know, a weird 3-way feud going until like All In. I don't know.
I feel like I said on Wednesday, I feel like the Acclaimed win tonight, and then they move on from House of Black, and it leads to Malachi versus Andrade in a singles match.
Yeah.
And you can have Brody King and Buddy Matthews have a tag team, and, you know, maybe do something there. Because they're still a group, but they don't always have to be trios, you know what I mean? And Malachi hasn't been single wrestler in fucking since the Cody feud. That's the last one I remember.
Yeah, since he first arrived, because I think he started House of Black not long after that, because Bloody Murphy got released not long.
Yeah.
After...
So obviously they're still a group, but I'd have Malachi wrestle singles for a bit, because there's so many good matches you can have with Malachi.
But like, how do you build that up in terms of the story? Like they've been a group, because I wouldn't the way, because they've with House of Black, they're very integral in telling a story, aren't they?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They actually do want to tell a story and do something, you know what I mean, and give a mythos to their group. So they can't just suddenly have Malachi facing Andrade without his backup, because like, well, you've always had
you could combine the two. You could have, say, the two go on a tag team. You could have Andrade team with a tag team.
You know what we haven't mentioned? His faction. Like, what's up with Roosh? Like, why is he not?
Well, apparently Roosh is going. That's what the Dirty Sheets are saying.
Yeah, but Roosh put a tweet out there saying like,
yeah, I think I gotta speak English or something like that. And yeah, I don't listen to it.
You know, I'm good at reading English, so you know, unless I speak it.
True.
Which to me says like, don't listen to the Dirt Sheets. Which again goes back to the point like, who keeps leaking this shit and why?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, where's it came from? But I won't be surprised if he wants to leave, because look at the booking.
He absolutely abused fucking Jungle Boy. Sorry, Jack.
I don't know. I don't know if he did or not.
The man grabbed another man's dick. Okay,
yeah,
he took charge of that match.
He was just getting ready for the heel turn. He's like, have you got the balls for this?
It's not even that though. It's like, because seeing that match, like Roosh was clearly in control, because like Jungle Boy had nothing to contribute to the match. It's like, you know, spots he wanted to do or what he wanted the match to be like. So Roosh is like, well, I guess I've got a call on. I'm gonna grab your balls. I'm gonna force you to try and do something. That's what I like. The more I look back on it, the more it looked like Roosh was the one in charge. I was getting pissed off. Like, why am I coming up with the whole fucking match? It's meant to be, you know,
it could have been that
50-50. Yeah. That's just something I came up with. But yeah, like, you know, you still got Preston Vance, you still got what's his face.
Well, you've still got him, yeah, but where?
So why are they not interrupting into like backing him up?
Exactly, that's what I mean. It's unless that's why they're not, because the Roosh thing's going on, and they're like, well, we don't want to put him on TV in case Roosh is, you know.
You don't have to have Roosh there though if he's not going to come out.
Well, yeah, we don't have Roosh. Who is? It's just Preston Vance then, isn't it?
Yeah, and what's his name? Like, he looks.
Yeah, you can't have. Yeah, he looks hench, but we haven't seen him wrestle, have we? So.
He doesn't need to really wrestle, though, does he? He just needs to be in there.
He would against the House of Black, otherwise they're outnumbered.
Yeah, you put him against Bloody Murphy, wouldn't you? Like, they're the same sort of bodybuild. I think Murphy's a bit bigger, but.
Yeah, Murphy seems a bit. But then again, we haven't seen Jose really, apart from manager role.
But like I said, like I think they claimed, like you said, claimed win it, take it home.
Yeah, I think so as well. Quincy, stop.
Fucking
over there. What, is the internet on the camera? Oh, I'm guessing it's the internet. I'm going to check Twitter real quick and see if anything else has been promoted or advertised.
Alright, I'm back. I don't know what that was.
You're back.
I swear Discord does not like it.
They're doing fucking ROH figures now.
Oh, great. Whoopee.
What the fuck?
Oh, wait, I do like Don Castle.
Oh shit, now they've announced trio packs, what they're going to be doing. They're doing Death Triangle first. So it's a 3-pack.
It depends on what they do.
They come with the trios titles as well, but yeah.
Yeah, but what did he... Is that how we're going to get the Acclaimed then?
Well, they've already announced Acclaimed before, but maybe they might do a
Yeah, but
three-pack.
I've not heard anything about those Acclaimed figures and fucking what.
It's because those figures are so delayed. Like, they barely ever... even here in the UK, we're like 3 series behind now. It's ridiculous.
Alright, now that I'm back, we were talking about the trios, weren't we?
Oh, yeah, well, we think the Acclaimed are going to...
Yeah, the Acclaimed win, take it home. And maybe that goes into probably the Guns. The only person that the Guns could do it with is fucking Juice Robinson. In terms of a trio.
Maybe. But yeah, speaking of titles, I ain't got
Jay
the
White
match card.
we'll probably be doing something with CM Punk at some point.
Maybe. We'll get to it. But we're going to hear from FTR tonight. I'm guessing it's going to build up, obviously, Adam Cole and MJF, the match, which is next week, innit? I think it's next week. I still don't know why they didn't make that for All In, but fucking
I guess it's because it's a longer wait. But, like, so what? Like, it's a match that you have a month to then build up for.
Yeah. And you did the tournament for it as well, and it's like,
you did a tournament, and that builds up, like, all right, these guys are contenders, these guys can work together, these guys, like, we see what they're made of. We're like, all right, this is a compatible tag team. They can legit probably take on.
It's easy booking. It's 4 weeks away. You have a singles match between Dax and Adam Cole. The week later, maybe you do MJF and Wheeler, maybe.
Yeah, and you have both of them. Like, FTR lose both of them, and like J tactics. And I will leave Adam Cole to the last.
Yeah, and you have FTR being like, yeah, we've lost, but we're stronger as a team. We're gonna defend these titles. We're gonna,
you know what I mean? Or I'd have MJ Cole go first, take on whoever, but like MJF comes out, helps him win, and then like it's that decision where like MJF's in the rings, like when is Adam Cole gonna come out, and then Adam Cole comes out, helps him get the dirty win, that solidifies that he's the heel.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's it. Like if you really kind of build up like this idea that they're gonna be heels, you got to give us it. You got to give us. You got to tell us it. You got to give us breadcrumbs and then the big fucking cake.
But that's why I feel like I said on Wednesday, like they're probably gonna lose next week against FTR. They're gonna split up, and it's gonna lead to All In, MJF, and Adam Cole. Which it'll still be good to see live. Don't get me wrong, but I want this team, like we've said on Wednesday, they should stay together longer.
We've loved them.
Yeah, they really won us over.
The fact like it's not happening, like the fact why I don't think it's gonna happen like that, because you had the perfect way to leave it in terms of like, oh, the split's coming, is when MJF did that dirty look to the camera. But then FTR came out, I'm like, well, you had the ending there. You had the ending there for like when they did the split up if they lose next week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you saw that like, oh, MJF's ready to betray. You know what I mean? You gave us that hint. You know what I mean? That clue.
Sure.
But that might just be leaving the clues, more clues to the big. You know what I mean? Constantly putting that it's going to happen now. It's going to happen soon.
Yeah. Well, like we said, I hope they do actually beat FTR, and I hope it continues. But my prediction would be they split up next week after they lose, but I hope it doesn't happen.
Yeah. But then who's FTR going to face?
I don't know. That's exactly who they're going to face. They can't do Juice and Jay again. They've done that twice.
Like the only other ones I think would be like the Guns again.
Maybe. Yeah, I guess the Guns would work.
If they're not going to be able, if they're not giving the Guns a fifth man to go after the trios with against their dad, which in my case I think they might be waiting and building towards a face turn with the Guns or a heel turn with Billy Gunn. But I feel like doing a heel turn with Billy Gunn is not the move because he's so loved right now. It'd be better to turn the Guns face.
Yeah, turn the Guns face. That's what I was going to say.
But it will. I'd maybe turn the Acclaimed heel.
No, I wouldn't do that. No, not yet. Anyway.
Yeah, not with Billy. I'd have to wait. Billy would have to like go and leave and
just have him be a babyface split. Like, I love the Acclaim, but I'm gonna go and help my sons out. Just, it doesn't have to be a turn necessarily, does it?
Yeah. But like, it's AEW, and Tony Khan thinks he has to do something stupid. So
true. He's always recreating the 90s. That's what he's doing. So they're doing something new. It's just
no, it's new to you who haven't seen it.
But yeah, speaking of tag teams, we got Bullet Club Gold, Jay and Juice again. Oh my god, this team. Darius Martin and Action Andretti, whatever his name is. Because obviously Dante Martin is injured once again, so now he's teaming with the other flippy guy against Bullet Club Gold.
Why? Like, what's the point?
I don't know. Apparently, they announced it last night on ROH. So there's no point to it. It's just a match, just to get Bullet Club
Like,
Gold on there.
Yeah, is it just to give Bullet Club Gold a win
Yeah,
to
pretty
build? Because
much.
then are they going to be build it up again to do a third match with?
I fucking hope not, because the matches have been good, but that's just overkill, that.
Mate, like last week's match was great. It just went on for like an extra 20 minutes longer.
True, yeah. And they have to do it
Like,
again, and it's like, nah.
you know what I mean?
Nah.
Like it obviously our matches, man. They're just I just you can't. Who has the patience to watch them?
True. But yeah, obviously Bullet Club Gold are going to win this, no doubt about it.
Well, like we care anyway. I'm sick of juice.
Yeah.
The only juice that I want is this juice right here.
That juice. Only women's match on the show. We got Skye Blue versus Taya Valkyrie. Obviously, Skye Blue is going to win because they're building her up, and they do need to because they do need more women, obviously built up. So easy win for Skye Blue, I'm guessing.
Who is she against? Thingy.
Taya Valkyrie, the girl who faced Jade like 3 times in a row, or whatever.
Yeah, but like she's like kind of like that big star. Isn't she? She's the one with like.
I wouldn't say big.
I know, but like in terms of like. She's like the B team, isn't it? Like more than Skye Blue. Skye Blue's like C team.
Yeah, she hasn't won a match, has she? She's just been beat constantly.
I know, but like she was like I don't know why you'd. I wouldn't put Skye Blue against Ty Valkyrie because it just seems like Ty Valkyrie.
It's a face versus face as well, so that's why it seems a little bit.
Ty Valkyrie's a face.
Well, she was last time I saw her, unless she's turned. I don't know.
I don't know. Like I just thought it was heel versus heel when she was against Jade.
Maybe it was. I thought she came in because Jade stole a move, and she's like, "Oh, I don't know.
Jamie, I don't care. To be honest, I don't know who does. Hence the reason why we only get one women's match.
But that's the reason why we don't care, because you don't have a reason to care, really.
But like, the only reasons we have to care are Britt Baker,
Jamie Hayter when she's back, Shida,
and Chris Chatelain when we get to see her wrestle.
That's what I was about to say. What the fuck? Where's Chris?
Like, I understand maybe like you're holding it back because you just had Jay Cardell do like a 60.
Yeah, I'm not saying she has to have a match. How about just a promo or something?
Yeah, not with the best friends or
No. Did she even say anything on Wednesday? She just stood there, wasn't she?
Oh, don't get me started on Wednesday. That was the stupidest fucking thing ever with fucking. Oh, I owe a guy. He let me sleep on his couch. When I was homeless, so we just give AR a match.
Yeah, just give him a match.
Like, what the shittiest fucking way? Like, to be honest, I'm glad it was JR Fox and not fucking Nick who was winning because I felt like, really, you're gonna give Nick a title shot after he's lost to Swerve?
Oh yeah, fucking hell. He's lost to Swerve, but can he get a title match, please?
You know what I mean? I'm like, to be honest, the better move was to have Swerve win that match.
Oh yeah, true. But going back to the JR Fox thing, it's like, what? So your friend gets you a title shot and you don't even be seen on, like, the fuck?
You're not even like.
You're not even there.
It's not like you're gonna win.
No, you're not gonna win anyway. But it's just charity, isn't it? It's just all friends wrestling, really.
100%.
But yeah, that's the only women's match for tonight. And then this is the main event for me. I don't think it will be, though. The aftermath is what they're promoting of last week with Ricky Starks and CM Punk. So I'm assuming this is going to be the match at All In. Ricky versus Punk, I'm guessing. Because it seems like they're carrying it on tonight.
But not Joe's the one.
Well, that was my other prediction. What if Joe comes out and attacks Punk again?
Unless.
And Ricky walks away because Ricky seems to be a heel now, doesn't he? So instead of saving Punk, he just, walks away.
Yeah, unless we do get Punk versus Ricky at All In. No, yeah, All In.
Yeah.
And then it's Joe versus Punk at All Out in Chicago.
Yeah, because Joe attacks Punk after the match or whatever.
Yeah, but like he probably attacks him here tonight. Probably attacks him again later on. Probably attacks him at All In after he beats Ricky Starks, or maybe gets beat by Ricky Starks, and to solidify maybe Ricky not being a heel, maybe being a face, he helps protect Punk from Samoa Joe.
True, because we don't fully know Ricky's heel right now. They teased it because last week after the show went off, he grabbed the trophy.
Like, we don't know. Don't tell us that he's heel or face until they have that match, and then that's what if this is what you're giving me to play with, that's what I would go with. You know what I mean? Obviously, I'd do something totally different.
Yeah, but like I said, the swerve could come tonight. Where I
wouldn't necessarily I'd still have this after match to then set up. I'd have probably Joe come out, and then I'd probably have Ricky protect him, and then Joe brings in someone else from ROH that can be Ricky, or it can be someone against Ricky or whatever to build up this idea. You have a few tag matches building up, and then you have the 2 singles matches.
Yeah, true. So it's either going to be Ricky or Samoa Joe for
Oh,
All
to
In.
be honest, I just have Ricky go after the All Atlantic.
Yeah, same. Because he won this trophy, he's going to have to get something from it.
Yeah,
a title shot or something.
Yeah, I know Darby's going after TNT, but I'd rather have Ricky after TNT than Darby beat Orange for the All Atlantic.
Yeah. And Darby's got the TNT title shot in 6 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah. But you know what I mean? Like, Darby, I think Darby over Orange, realistically, in terms of everything. Overall.
Yeah. But unless maybe they're looking at it like the TNT is going to be on Dynamite and the All Atlantic's going to be Collision. You know what I mean?
That's stupid either way.
It is stupid, yeah. But I mean, we haven't even seen Darby on Collision yet, have we?
Champions should be able to go in between brands.
No, I agree, yeah. I'm just saying, like, I haven't seen Darby on here yet. Oh, yeah.
In which case, the Young Bucks should never be champions and should actually go in the bin.
Oh, you know what? Let's just speak about that now. They did that interview, didn't they? Where they're like, we don't know if we have much left to accomplish in AEW. So this might be our last run.
Please let that be your last run, and then like you retire. You're not even EVPs. You have to go for to the sunset. Like, your wives go with them because I don't know why the wives. One of the wives.
Kenny said as well he'll follow Young Bucks wherever they go. So if Young Bucks leave, Kenny's gonna leave as well.
Would he follow them into the pits of fucking Mount Vesuvius?
I don't know. Maybe he would. Who knows?
Like, because did the Young Bucks go to New Japan, or was that Kenny Omega? Like, did Young Bucks?
Kenny was already there.
Yeah, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like recently, because he's in AEW and he's doing stuff like. Why is Kenny doing all this other stuff while the Young Bucks are literally staying here? Like, wait, like, I don't think he's gonna do. I think he's tucking out his ass. Because if they retire, he's not gonna retire.
True. And the Young Bucks as well. Why do we never see them give interviews, or why are they never on the post media like conferences or whatever?
And because they're always telling Dave everything.
Yeah, exactly. They're backstage texting Dave, being like, "Oh, this happened. This happened."
They're on the phone with Dave. They're on a conference call with Dave. Maybe that's why Dave's getting things mixed up, because they're both the same. So like, he hears one thing from Nat and one thing from Nick, and then he confuses them, tries it together, and he makes up some bullshit because they're making up bullshit on the spot. And then, like, he's incorporating both that bullshit into one bullshit lane. You know what I mean? Like, Jamie, like, 2 guys are speaking a lot of shit. One guy's got to translate that shit into one line of shit.
It's a lot of shit.
The shit line, baby. The shit line.
But I know we say it all the time, but I just don't see them going WWE. And if they do, they're not going to be main eventers, I'll tell you that much. Fucking hell. They're going to be put inside the place. They're going to be like, you're a mid-card tag team at best. That's your role.
Like, they will get a storyline with whoever the champion is because of their name recognition, the idea of like the Young Bucks.
Oh yeah, they'll get a match with Sammy and Kevin Owens because of the history with him and all that. They might have a match with the Usos because that's been a dream match for people, but they're not going to be fucking like, you know, winning the titles and having a long reign or anything like that.
No, they're not. No.
Kenny Omega, I could see not being world champion, but you know, Coda, AJ Styles, there's a lot of them. Even Roman, there is a lot of good matches.
Randy,
Seth as well, Randy Orton, yeah. Gunther, Drew, yeah. There's a lot of good matches for Kenny to have.
Ray,
so.
you know what I mean?
Even Ray, yeah, Ray Mysterio, that'd be decent.
Who else? There's a good few you could really say. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
LA Knight.
LA Knight's another one, yeah. Even Bobby Lashley, I think that'd be a good match.
Yeah, Finn Balor. Finn Balor.
Yeah.
They've got major history with Finn Balor, don't they?
Yeah, with the Bullet Club thing and all that. So Kenny, I could see going, but if they're like negotiating with WWE and like, no, you got to take all 3 of us. It's the 3 of us or none.
It's like, well, you know, yeah, that same conversation with Bobby Fish, didn't it? Wait, he's like,
when is Spiridero coming back? Yeah. Oh, it's just me now, and he just
I'm calling me coming back. No, just me. You're all right.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Kyle O'Reilly, you might have something, but just you got nothing.
Yeah, nothing. But yeah, we'll talk about last week's Collision and go through the ratings. Obviously, it started with a video of all the wrestlers like they keep doing. People say it's cringy, but I enjoy it. It's good.
Cringy in what sense? Like, I think it's cringy when the wrestler is saying something cringy. It's like, oh, that's a cringy thing for them to do. But I don't think the thing itself is cringy. I think the thing is great. No. It sets up like All right, I know what's happening tonight.
Yeah, you know who's
I
gonna be
know.
there and why they're fighting, and
I know
you
the
know,
match order at least. You know what I mean? I
yeah,
like that. You know, also sets up and builds towards the it's the last thing they can say to build hype for you to watch
yeah,
that match.
final words, yeah, exactly.
I mean,
But yeah, the FTR, and we were talking about this on Wednesday, so I won't go too detailed. But that match, the 2 out of 3 falls, it was good, but 58 minutes. We'll talk about the ratings in a bit, but
wow.
that's too long. Like, obviously, people like put movies in an hour and a half, but it's like, yeah, but that's a different kind of thing. Movies have multiple stories, there's different scenes, there's different locations.
Different
It's not all one
characters.
ring at 58 minutes.
Yeah, different characters. There's plot exposition. You know, there's interaction. Like there's downtime in fight scenes. There's uptime in fight. It's a totally different beast.
Yeah. But it was a
You know what I
great
mean?
match. Obviously, it was great. All 4 of them were amazing, but it was too long, man.
Yeah, it was. It didn't go the way I thought it would went, and I think that was the problem with me. If it would have went first 2 very quick, first 2 pins very quick, you know what I mean?
Yeah, one
And then
apiece,
you
and then you
had
got to
and
get
then
the
you
final
had
one.
that long stretch of like, oh my god, you know what I mean? And I and I and I think the worst thing they did is when they were doing all those moves to fucking Jay White.
They kept
Like what
kicking out.
okay, going out like this was the same issue we had with Kenny and Will Ospreay's match. Like I get what you're trying to do. Is like, what does Will Ospreay have to do to keep Kenny down? But when when Ospreay's literally hitting you with weapons and screwdrivers and he's bleeding all over the place, like, well, this is clearly just taking the piss.
True, but I'll give it benefit. Like we said on Wednesday, it seems like Jay White kept kicking out, and Juice we lost it, didn't he? Juice lost both falls, so maybe that's the story they're eventually going to do, where Jay's like, you know, you're the weak link. I've not been beat, and you keep losing. So if they go that way, I understand it. But at the same time, I've got a point. Like, if you keep throwing all these moves at someone and you just keep kicking out, it's like you're just burying the move. Like you're landing on your head multiple times, and you're just kicking out. Or you're getting hit by screwdrivers in that other match or whatever and shit. And it's like,
Right, can I just pull a Tony Khan?
what?
There you go for a piss.
Yeah, go on. It's fine. Go on.
I'm really sorry about this. I've had a lot of coffee.
I'll check Twitter again to see if there's anything else. Any more figures or anything like that. Oh, the brisk. Oh, that's not bad. A lot more ring. Jesus, they're going full in with these Ring of Honor figures. A lot of Ring of Honor figures. Oh my god. But yeah, Collision tonight. Like we said, there's only a few matches announced. It's still going to be good though. I feel like Collision is more focused on the wrestling, which is good. But, you know, you still need the story there as well. Which is what some people don't understand. Like, they're just fine with... What the fuck was that? Molokai Supreme? Well, another one. Didn't he already do a Molokai Supreme? Why are they doing another one? Don't know about that.
Sorry about that.
Now it's more figures. They're doing another Molokai Supreme and Briscoe 2-pack as well.
They've not even fucking come out with the Supreme. Oh, wait, no.
Exactly.
No,
Now they're coming out with another one. No, not over here though. In America they have, but
yeah, I'll get the Briscoes one.
Yeah.
As long as it comes with dog collars.
The match, the picture they're showing, it was the bloody image of him after the match, so maybe it will be.
Well,
but then they need to release FTR as well, don't they, as the 2-pack?
Yeah.
But yeah, back to last week. Obviously, FTR won.
To stick on the figures. What I would do is have like Mark and Dax as one like double set with the dog collar. You know what I mean? I do 2.
Oh, it's split them up. Yeah.
So you kind of have to get like these 2 boxes to get the full set. But you have to anyway. You're a real fan, but you're just wanting the Briscoes. It's a way to like trick people into buying more, betting more.
Yeah, but if you buy just the Briscoes from that match, you're gonna be like, well, shit, I need I need FTR as well. Right, yeah, back to last week. Willow beat Ruby.
Woo, don't care. Move on. It was a quick match actually as well. I was shocked.
It was a quick match. Well, it's because the first match was an hour long, wasn't it? Pretty much.
Yeah. But it's like I'm gonna beat him with my positivity.
Nothing matters. Just smile.
Like she reminds me of like Bailey when she was like face.
The hug, the hug gimmick.
And what was that? Like she was one of like the big ones that they signed in AEW at the beginning.
Oh, that Kylie Ray.
Kylie Ray, yeah.
Yeah. I can see what you mean. The House of Black beat some jobbers, and then Andrade came out afterwards. And in the main event, like we said on Wednesday, Ricky Starks beat Punk.
Wait, let's not skip that.
What, the
Because he
Andrade
comes
bit?
out, yeah. He's coming out, and then all the refs are there stopping him. Like,
Oh yeah, fucking hell! But when people get murdered inside the ring, no one's there.
you know what I mean? You're like, where the fuck are you? And like Jericho and his boys are attacking people, or
Yeah.
or the elite and the combat club are there beating everyone. Like, where's security? Where are you guys? No, Andrade walks right past you. He goes, "Oh, we better stop him."
It's one guy as well.
And there's 6 inches there. Fucking hell! That was no.
Yeah, that was stupid. It really was. But yeah, Ricky beat Punk. It was a decent match, and he held up on the ropes. And like we said, the teasing Ricky going heel. I don't know if they're fully gonna do it or not, but that seems to be what they're teasing. And like we said before, it's either gonna be Joe or Ricky Starks for Punk or Allin, I'm guessing.
It's gotta be something like that, or else what's the point? Like,
true. But yeah, let's jump into the ratings. We'll start with Collision first. So obviously the first match was an hour, like we said, FTR versus Jay and Juice. They started with quarter one, was it 544,000?
Yep, which is kind of like that. The 500,000 is like their average mark of starting off.
True, but it built throughout the night, which is the good thing.
Yeah, but like also no, like that's not coming off a big bang. That's not coming off. I don't think that's coming off of anything significant, realistically.
No. Well, the last time we watched Collision, it was the movie before it, wasn't it? It was playing
I
like
think
a
that
movie.
was the first one they were playing. The Avengers was playing.
Yeah.
And it was like Avengers 2, which no one really likes. So it's like, and then everyone gets those in streaming anyway. So it's like they're not really.
True.
It's a nothing thing.
But going into the second quarter, it went up it only went up 2,000, but at least it didn't drop. And then the third quarter, it goes up 37,000. So people start tuning in for the match. They're probably hearing like, you know.
Yeah.
This match is getting good.
That's the end of the second fall.
Yeah. So and then go into quarter four. Maybe every quarter is 15 minutes in it, so it's like 9:15 and then 9:30 and all that. So what? Then we're on the third fall. It drops 38,000, which, like you said before, I mean, it makes sense because it was a long match.
It was ridiculously long. Like it goes right back up at the end, though. You go to like the end. Like,
the end, yeah, and then
the end of the match, and then it's like Ruby so home will not or whatever. It jumps right, like it nearly double. Well, not double. It's like it makes back what it lost.
46,000, yeah.
So it's like those 36 people come back, and then an extra 8,000 follow up.
Yeah. And then obviously the Willow Ruby match starts and it drops. But it's only 20,000 drop. It's not a massive.
Well, yeah, because that was a shit match and no one cared. And it's the QT TV segment as well. That problem.
True, yeah. And obviously coming off of that match, you're going to be like, oh, you know, maybe you turn it over to see the news or whatever. I don't know, whatever people do. But
then you get quarter 7, starts some black squash match, which is great. And then Rick Start. Guess what? Up 47,000. Now we're at 618.
Which usually with Dynamite at this point, you'd be down. Well, you'd be at this point with Dynamite, wouldn't you, this number? But they don't start with this number.
You'd be down by 4,000 at least, 400,000 at least.
Yeah.
I mean,
so clearly it's growing throughout the night, which is good.
2,000 people you just lost have come back and it's doubled.
Yeah.
Over doubled. You got an extra 2,700,000 people coming. No, an extra 27,000 people coming in.
And in the last quarter, it goes up again by another 15,000. So it ended with 633,000 for the main event.
Which is like the ending of Dynamite, if you're lucky.
Yeah. And if you compare it to the start of the show, it was at 544. It's gone up 90,000 beginning to end. It's like, so when you compare it with Dynamite, obviously this week's going to be different because it's blood and guts, but usually.
I bet you it would have gone up. It would have gone up a bit more. It would have been like an over. Would have been 100,000 over, roughly, in terms of like how many came in towards the end.
Oh yeah, sure.
You know, the jump from the beginning to the end. If the FTR match wasn't so goddamn long.
True. But to their credit, they only lost in one quarter. They were going up. It's like people instantly tuned out of that match.
They lost in 2 quarters.
Yeah, but not by much. It was what, 11,000.
No, again, like they came back with more. They didn't just Obviously, people think turned over, came back, but then like a lot of other people turned over. Oh, it's nearly the end of this match. I want to catch it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So those 20,000 that you lose for like the Will Nightingale match and whatever, like they were tuning out to like, well, I don't want to watch this match. But then they came back because like, oh, that match should be over. You know, I should be getting the main event should be on.
True.
Because people know the schedule roughly of how things are going to go roughly.
But then we'll talk about Dynamite. Obviously, we'll review Dynamite next week, but we'll talk about the ratings. Hook versus Jack Perra. They started off with 952,000, which that's the Big Bang Theory lead-in. But
yeah,
from that, what is it? The end of the Hook match, the MJF Adam Cole segment, Don Callis and Chris Jericho segment, and Britt Baker versus the Jobber.
Yeah,
down
like
37,000.
That is bad because I think Britt Baker would have brought people in.
Well, yeah, but then you see who she's facing, and it was a minute match, and it's like,
yeah,
you know.
yeah, but it was just to see Britt Baker, and it wasn't advertised as a match. It was just we're going to see Britt Baker.
Yeah, but also we got to look at how much was inside the segment. The end of the match, MJF and Adam Cole, Don Callis and Chris Jericho, and Britt Baker. So
yeah, like
that's a lot of stuff in 15 minutes.
I had to Adam Cole, so like let's break that down. So you got two segments that should have been good: the Adam Cole and MJF bit,
Yeah,
and then the Britt Baker one. Then you got the Hook, and then the Don Callis bit. Again, Don Callis should have been good, but you had Chris Jericho involved. So like, he's too shit good, so it's hard to know when they're going to come in. So I can understand why it's gone down.
true. Yeah,
but
then from there we go to.
If they would have done better, you wouldn't have lost that. You wouldn't have lost them.
Well, here's where it's going to go up. Yeah, the Cole, MJF, and Roderick Strong segment, and then Cole and MJF versus Garcia and Summer. 977,000. It's gone up 62,000.
Like that clearly is the MJF and Adam Cole.
Oh yeah, because that's their full segment, isn't it? It's the match, the segment, and the So clearly.
Yeah. So that's clearly them. And
but
it's
then,
up again.
No, it's down. The end of the match goes down 10. Well, it's only 10,000. But
when I was looking at the demographic,
it's a 10,000 drop, but that's not too bad, really.
Yeah, but I think that's more. I think that might be like in between the leading to, you know what I mean, more than anything.
True. Yeah, and then again we got the Best Friends Darby Allin segment, Blood and Guts, and the match start. It's down another 10,000, but it's still on 957, so they're still keeping people throughout. Yeah. Usually at this point it's dropped off a lot, hasn't it? By this point, but it's still sort of the same.
Count like how much they dropped during this last segment. They average out really.
True.
You can't really count. Like if say 10,000 leave and then you get 20,000, you got to calculate that 10,000 that left and come back. So you've only really made 10,000 views. You know what I mean? To come back. So they've only roughly averaged out.
The match started here and it was a long match. So quarter 6, they're up another 23,000. They're on 980. But then they drop 35,000 in the next segment.
Right. Do you want to? I think that was the Young Bucks coming in. That was the Young Bucks stuff because that's when it usually drops.
Yeah.
That was a big drop.
True. Where is it up to now? And it goes down again another 17,000 in quarter 8.
I think that was that New Japan guy because he was the last one, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was last one and he barely did anything. And then he went into the overrun, didn't he? Where it goes up 52,000, but that's the overrun. That's people tuning in at 11 o'clock expecting the other show, and Dynamite's still on. So I won't put too much stock in that number going up, really. So it's not like people tuning in like, oh, I gotta watch this match now.
So, like, at most, you've got the 70,000 coming back.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was a good rating for Dynamite. Over 900,000 throughout the night, which is nearly 1 million, which is what they used to do. So, but then again, it's Blood and Guts, so we have to see what they do next week, really, when it's not a theme show or whatever.
Yeah, I just hate that it's inconsistent when these come out because we can never find them on time.
True. Yeah.
The reports, I don't get how.
Well, I guess it takes a few days to calculate the viewing audience or whatever.
I guess, yeah.
And a weekend slow it down. But
yeah, like that's a good week for Dynamite.
True. Well, what's the date last week? Let's know.
The 12th was the 12th.
Let's see if we can get the 12th ratings and then we'll compare.
Yeah, that's the issue. You do have to compare to the last weeks, really, to get you have to compare to like previous ones to really get the average. Or
yeah, true.
But from what I remember, like it's usually down by. From what I remember, it's usually down to 6,000 at least. No, 600.
Well, last week they started at 906,000.
Yeah, the big.
And in the next segment, they dropped to 829. So already they've dropped 100,000, which didn't happen this week.
So they clearly like maintained throughout this entire show.
Yeah. Then the third quarter of the week was 875,000, so it went up again a little bit. and then 898, 879, 854, 838. 800,000 was the last, and that was the Omega and Wheeler Yuta match. 800,000. So they've dropped what?
How did you lose for that
100,000.
match? How much did you lose for the last match? Then?
50,000.
That's a lot of people. That's half of 100,000 people. Like that can't be. You know what I mean? And again, I think that would have been a good. That technically, from what I remember, that's a good week for AEW.
True. Sometimes they're down to 700,000 or whatever.
You know what I mean? Like they're down a lot. Like I know we're giving like Collision a lot of slack, but like it starts off with like this average number, which they always start off with like 50,000, like 500,000, whatever.
Yeah, and
You know what I
they
mean?
grow, they don't drop, which is the
And
good
you got to
thing.
remember, like they haven't got the Big Bang League. They haven't got a popular show that's been on for 20 years that people.
And like we said last week, apparently Saturday is not a good night for America. People aren't watching TV. I'd be curious to see if they flipped it. Collision on Wednesday and Dynamite on Saturday, and let's see what the ratings do then. But
yeah,
you know,
I think on Wednesday to get more views, but like I don't know. I think what why is Saturday such a bad day? Like not everyone's able to do stuff on a
exactly
weekend.
like we said last week. Like here in the UK, people like there's a lot of stuff on Saturday night and on TV.
Like
but
I'm pretty sure like those same shows, those same variety shows, like the Americans Got Talent, they're also on Saturdays, if not Fridays. So it's like maybe
it's just different way in America.
Maybe it's just like the station itself is not like a isn't popular enough for people to come and see. I'm not sure, but like again, like they I think a few more weeks, maybe half a year, we'll start seeing even bigger figures for Collision.
True. Once they start,
all things going according to plan.
Yeah, because right now they don't really have any major stories on Collision, do they? Really, we've got Andrade and House of Black, FTR and Bullet Club.
Whatever CM Punk's up to, so
yeah, but even that hasn't fully kicked in yet, hasn't it? Really, we don't even know his first like pay-per-view opponent or whatever.
And again, like this, like he brought in at least 50,000 people.
And no one tuned out really either. It didn't like Young Bucks like that match a few months ago.
You know what I mean? And like 15,000, like you could say that some of that is probably people coming to see the next show, but like it's too small for that to be
true.
So people coming in for another show. I mean,
whereas on Dynamite, when it overran the time and he went up 60,000, that was clearly some people trying to find the other show because they're overrunning. They're going over the time they were supposed to be on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's something that needs to be.
But yeah, we'll have to see what happens. Like you said, in a few months, if more stories start, like being built up, I'd expect Collision to grow in ratings. Not by much. I don't think they're going to hit 1 million or anything like that, but I'd say there'd be like 800,000, 700,000 maybe.
Yeah, well, Collision, the show was the 4th highest for the night, and the second highest is its time.
Yeah.
The second highest is its time slot behind UFC.
So not many shows are doing high ratings on Saturdays, then I really.
Like apparently it's down to 0.2% in views.
That's not too much, though, is it? 0.2.
I'd say that's within like a margin of error. Like what you would lose naturally.
True.
But I think it's growing. It's growing.
Yeah, it's definitely growing. Anything else you want to talk about, or around it?
Can't think of anything else.
I got something. Dave Meltzer's a stooge, and so's Chris Jericho.
You robbed my line, which I robbed CM Punk. Let's see what. Should we talk about Pac against Gravity?
I'll save that for Wednesday.
Oh boy!
That's the only thing announced for Wednesday, right now. Pac versus Gravity. That's it.
Yeah. What about Barber?
What about it?
You not going to talk about that?
What,
you got to do a video on Barbie.
Georgia wants to see it, so I might actually see it. I don't think I'm going to do a review on it, though.
Oh my god. I don't know why people are hyped about that. But yeah, no, I've got nothing.
Alright, we'll end it there then. Make sure you like and subscribe.
An hour.
Yeah, we went over an hour. Make sure you like and subscribe if you're new. Check out those social links down below. Until Wednesday, peace out.